अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
Assalamu alaikum, miss.
वालेकुम अस्सलाम वरहमतुल्लाहि वबरकातुह। How are you?
Fine.
Okay, we shall start our discussion. Now we were discussing about the fats and oils, and I assigned you a homework. Did you complete that? So can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so what is the difference between fats and oils?
Yes. 1 minute, miss. I wrote it.
Okay, you can share your screen if you want. I can pause my screen. Hmm?
No, it's okay. With fats, like they are solid at room temperatures. One.
Okay,
Second, they are mainly from animals.
they are
They are high in saturated fat.
saturated. Okay,
They have a
fat.
high melting point.
Okay.
Examples of them are like ghee, lard, and butter,
Hmm.
and they are single bond.
Yeah, all carbon bonds are single, right?
Single bond.
Hmm.
And in oil, they are liquid at room temperature. They
Hmm.
are unsaturated. They have double bonds.
Hmm.
They have a lower melting point.
All or
Their examples are olive
do
oil,
they have
sunflower oil,
okay, okay.
or they are
Yes.
coconut oil, canola oil, and
Okay.
mustard oil. And they are mainly from plants.
Okay. So my question is that do oils have all the double bonds or are there just
Hmm?
one or two? Do oils have all double bonds or just one or
Do
two?
oils?
Like I'm saying, you said that they have double bonds, right? So I'm saying
Yes.
all the bonds are double. I'm asking you. All the bonds are
Okay,
double,
okay.
yeah, only one or two bonds are double
Like
in oil.
oil contains, like it contains double bonds.
Hmm. I am asking, do in the there is a long chain, right? There is a long chain of fatty acid. I
Yes.
am asking you, in the whole chain there are all double bonds, or they
Yes.
are present at alternative position.
Alternative positions.
Yeah, they are not. You cannot say that whole fatty acid chain is made up of double bonds. This is not the case.
Yes.
There are single bonds, and at one or two positions there will be double bond, right?
Yes. Yes.
In oil. Okay. You also quoted that fats are they have high melting and boiling point. Why fats have high melting and boiling point? Hmm?
Why
Think
do
about
fats have high
high
and
melting.
boiling point?
You said that
High melting.
fats have high melting and boiling point.
Yes.
Why?
Because like they are solid and we have to uh sorry,
Hmm?
miss, and we have to cut them. Like sorry, well, let me explain it. Just what there was a call. Miss, they're like they are solids and
Hmm.
we have to like melt them. That's
Yeah.
why we have to like point them
Yeah.
at a
This is
high
one point.
point.
Yeah, good. That's why they have melting high melting point. And whenever you have remember this thing that whenever there is single bond, that single bond is more stronger. Okay. Like if you have two friends, like for example, initially you were having just one best friend, okay? So you were having a strong bond with him, but after some time you make
Yes.
another friend also. So do that bond will remain same, bond with the previous best friend? Will it be same, or will it be now you will have less affliction with him? What will happen? Initially,
Uh,
you were having just one friend, and he was your best friend.
yes.
So
Yes.
there was a very strong bond, right? But then
Hmm.
after some time, you make another friend, right? So now
Hmm.
you have two friends.
Hmm.
So now your love is shared between two, right? It is not the same
Yes.
for just one. So
Yes.
whenever there is one single bond, there is strongest bonding. Okay, this is
Hmm.
strongest bonding. Okay, so you know
Strongest.
in fats there are all single bonds, right?
Yes.
So that's why they are strong as compared to oil. In oil there is a double bond as well, right?
Yes.
In the oils there are double
Yes.
bonds. So due to that double bond, their strength become weak. But whenever you see any chain like these three are all made up of single bonds. So I am telling you, whenever there are single bond between carbon carbon, these are the strongest bonds. Okay. So when the bond is strong, if you want to melt
Mhm.
it, if you want to break it, definitely you need high temperature, right?
Yes.
And if the bond is weak, then you just have
Low.
to apply little amount of heat, less amount of heat, right?
Yes.
So this is the case
Yes.
here. Do you understand that fats, why
Yes.
fats have high melting and one why? If they ask you, so answer will be because of the saturation. Okay, fats are saturated. All the bonds are single bonds, right?
Single bond. Yes.
That's why, since all the bonds are single and they are strongest, this is the strongest type of bonding. That's why we need to apply more heat. We need more heat to break that bond. Okay, that's why their melting and
Okay.
boiling point is is higher as compared to the oils. Clear?
Okay.
Yes. And due to this single bond, their packing is also tight. They are tightly packed. And whenever something is tightly packed, definitely we need to apply more energy to break it or to separate it. Clear? Why
Yes.
fats have high melting and boiling point? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Also, we discussed that what is the general formula of a lipid? How a lipid is formed? Hmm.
Miss, your voice is breaking. Your voice is breaking.
Wait a
I
minute.
could not understand the question.
Am I audible now?
A little bit.
Okay, I am asking what is the structure of a lipid?
What is the structure of a lipid?
Hmm.
Lines like type of.
No, not lines. What we have discussed? Two main things. What are two main things? See
Oh,
the
I
screen.
remember it. I remember it.
Hmm.
Like it's a like a triangular lines.
Not triangular lines. There was a glycerol. Let me open the one note. Yeah, this one. What we have discussed? What are lipids? How lipids are formed?
Oh yes. Like biocholesterol and
The main thing is glycerol. This is the alcohol,
yes.
and with this glycerol,
Yes.
you have three chains. Okay, you have three
Hmm.
fatty acid chains, right?
Yes.
And what is the difference now in what is the difference in the structure of fat and oil? See this and tell me. Almost
The
the
structure.
structure is same, but there is a slight
Yes.
difference in the fats and oils.
Yes. Yes.
What's that?
Like the lines.
There are not we these are bonds. There are single bonds or double
Bonds.
bonds.
The bonds and oil there are some and somewhere in oil there are like double bonds.
In oil, at some of the position there will be double bond in the fatty acid chain. Okay, this is the fatty acid chain. So first thing is that how a lipid will form. Any type of lipid like oil or fat, there should be one thing that is glycerol. And with this glycerol, you have
Yes.
what? You have three chains of fatty acids, right? Three chains of
Fatty
fatty
acid.
acid.
Yes.
And
Fatty
if
acid.
these, hmm, and if these fatty acids are all made up of single bond, then we what we will say? Is that fat or oil? If all the fatty acid chain have single bond,
Fats.
yeah, that will be fats. Okay, I am making it again for like this structure. Wait a minute. There is, okay, this is not good. We can use this. What is this glycerol? What I told you about this? What is a glycerol molecule?
So like fatty acid,
No, this is an alcohol. Okay, what is this?
alcohol.
Alcohol. Okay, this is a type of alcohol. So main thing is this, and with this we have three chains. Okay, so first like this, there is a
Yes,
carbon, then carbon, carbon, carbon,
yes,
carbon, carbon. Then there will be a double bond oxygen, oxygen, OH. Okay, this is first chain. There can be,
yes,
this is second chain, and this one is third. Yeah. Now can you tell me, is this a fat or is this an oil?
fat.
How is this a fat? Like,
Because fats like they are like saturated and like single bonds.
so what about this one?
Oh, like this one is a oil.
Yeah,
I
so
did
it
not
means
see
this
any.
whole structure is an oil. What I told you was, no matter how long the chain is, we have no concern with the chain. It can be of 100 molecules, 100 carbons. We have to see if there is a double bond in the chain. Like this chain will be, the first chain is what? This is saturated chain. Okay.
Yes,
This is saturated fatty acid chain.
yes.
What about second?
Unsaturated.
This is unsaturated fatty acid chain.
Mm. And the last one is saturated again.
Yes. Yes. This one is saturated. So even though two chains are saturated, but if there is an unsaturation at any place, then this will be considered as oil. Okay, this will be considered
Yes.
as oil.
Well,
Why? Because of this double bond. Clear? And
yes,
because of this double bond, this whenever there is a double bond, this is a weak bond. Okay, this is a weak bond as compared to single bond. Just like remember the example: if you have one best friend and if you have two friends, so your bond will be shared between two. And if you have just one friend, so your whole attention will be towards your one friend. Okay. So one single bond is always stronger as compared to a double bond.
okay.
So this makes it weak, and that's why we need the oils have low melting points and boiling point. Okay. And you also told me how we can get oils from, what are the resources from where we can get oil.
Plants.
Plants. Plants, they have seeds. So in seeds there are oil, and different plants have flowers. Those we can get the oil from them.
Okay,
Basically, we
yes,
get oil. The main source is plants. Okay.
yes.
Then we have another structure. This is a glycerol. With this glycerol, you have basically this chain is not zigzag. I am just making for like this is a straight chain like this. Okay. Sometime you will see this. This is chain, first chain. This is second chain, and this one is third chain. What is this? Is this oil or is this fat? Always remember there will be one glycerol molecule and three fatty acid chains. Okay,
Yes,
and
it's
you have
molecule.
to figure out by looking at the fatty acid chain whether this molecule will be oil or whether this will be a fat. Okay, by checking the fatty acid chain.
Okay. Is this like a fat?
Why? Are you sure or not?
1 minute. 1 minute, just have it. Mm.
Mhm.
It's a fatty acid.
It's these three chains are fatty acid chains. Okay,
Yes,
and this is a glycerol molecule. I am asking
yes,
you, this whole is a lipid, right? You know, lipid,
yes,
how lipid is
yes,
formed? By three chains of fatty acids and one glycerol molecule, right?
yes.
One glycerol molecule and three fatty acid chains. Now I am asking you, there are two types of lipids, right? What are the two types?
Fat and oil.
Yes. So which one is this? My question is that, which one is this?
Fat.
Yeah, this is fat. Why this is fat?
Because it has single bonds.
Yes, exactly. So I hope you are clear with this concept that if
Yes.
the fatty acid chains, all of these have all the single bond with carbon, okay? So then these will be saturated chains, okay? These three are saturated chains, and this will form a fat, right? And that is why, because there are all single bonds, and I told you that single bond is strongest bond. So that's why their melting and boiling point will be
Zero.
single bonds are strongest bonds. So that is why their melting and boiling point will be what will be the what can we say about their melting and boiling point? Will they be
100.
high or low?
High.
Will they be high or low?
A high.
Why?
High.
Why?
Because like the fats, like they are solids at
Mm-hmm.
room temperature, and when we have to melt them, like
Yes.
we use like heat.
And one more thing I told you about the single bonds, that because
And
of
yes,
these they have single bonds, and the single bonds are strongest bonds. So
yes,
if you want to break it, if you want to break this fat, and if you want to convert it into oil, you need to give it high temperature. Okay, you
okay,
need to increase the temperature. High, there should be high melting point and high boiling point. Clear?
yes,
I hope you are clear with this. Is there any
yes.
confusion?
Oh, narrow.
No.
Here, no. And
Oh.
miss?
Hmm.
Okay, I got it.
What happened?
I was just asking about the single bond. I got it.
Okay. So what do you understand about the difference between oils and fats?
Like all the things, like uh
What are
fats,
the what is
like
the difference between oils and fats? If someone asks you, so how you will explain them?
they are at single bonds, like fats are at single bonds, and they are saturated,
What single bond?
while
These
hmm,
fatty acid chains.
these fatty acids
Yes.
are single bonds,
Hmm. Carbon
and
single.
while oils,
Hmm.
they have double bonds in
Hmm.
them in some areas,
Yeah. At some position, at some point,
some
there
points.
may be double bond, but Rest of the bonds will be single. Okay,
Single.
rest
Yes.
of the carbon bonds will be single.
Yes.
Okay, you have to mention that we are talking about carbon bonds. Okay, we are not talking about carbon oxygen. Okay, if you will say that all are single bond, then someone can ask you, okay, if you are saying there are single bonds, then what about this one? So you will say that we are talking about carbon chain. Okay, if in the whole chain carbon bond is single, then we can say this is a saturated fatty acid. Okay,
Yes.
okay, and what are the sources of getting oil?
Are the sources of getting oil? Plants.
Mm, yes. And we have discussed one more thing about the cholesterol. Which one is good for our body and which one is not good? Both are good, but we have discussed one fact. Read from here.
Increases increases HDL levels, which is the helpful cholesterol. The blue one affects on cholesterol. Okay, increases HDL.
Hmm.
Like the blue one.
Ignore HDL, LDL. Just cholesterol. This green is for saturated. Okay.
Yes,
So is saturated fatty acids are good or bad?
bad,
Why?
because which it increases the level of cholesterol, which is the bad type of cholesterol. It
Yes, yes.
says
And one thing I told you that what the saturated fatty acids do with our body. What they do when you take more fats, what happen? Why there is a chance of heart attack?
because the what can I say, the fat it stores in your heart, and what can I say,
Fats are what?
like when you see the cholesterol,
Don't think about like if you're taking much more fat, what will happen? That is a solid. Okay. So how it can cause heart attack?
because of the fatty acid, like fats in it.
Yeah, fats have fat. Obviously, I am talking about fat. When you are taking so much excessive quantity of fats, so
Hmm.
why there are chances of heart attack?
Where are the chances of heart attacks?
Mm.
Because of the when you eat junk food, and
Mm. Yeah, junk food. We are taking junk food. It means there are fats in that. There is
yes,
cheese and
high of
different.
cholesterol.
Yeah, there is high cholesterol as well as I told you that it blocks our arteries. It fats are solid. Okay, so they blocks our arteries. When they block our arteries, what happen? The blood circulation is disturbed in your body. Blood circulation disturbs, and there are chances of heart attack. Clear?
Just can you repeat it again?
I am saying that whenever we intake more fats, those fats are solid. Okay, those fats are solid. That's why they. Yeah, okay, wait a minute. I think there is connectivity issue. Can you hear me now?
No.
Hmm. I have changed my connection. Uh, maybe I don't know what's happening. There is always internet problem, and sometimes it happens. Is my voice clear? Is it
Like
glitching?
it breaks.
Hmm. Okay. I am saying that whenever we take fats, those fats, as they are solid, they block our arteries. They remain in our arteries and they block our arteries. That is why we feel like, that is why there is heart attack. Okay, when your arteries will be blocked, your blood circulation will be disturbed, and there are chances of heart attack.
Yes.
Are you clear?
Yes. Is your
Okay.
voice?
One more question. I have a question that why, we have discussed that about the fats and oils, and if you eat a slice of pizza, so why does the oil refuses to mix with the saliva in your mouth? Why it doesn't mix?
Why
Can you
doesn't
hear?
it mix?
Hmm. The oil on the pizza, why
Hmm.
it does not mix with the saliva in your mouth?
Because like the saliva in the mouth, like it's watery, and why like oil, like good question.
Hmm.
Because like
Saliva is watery, and this
oil
is
is a like
this this
it has
assignment I
like it
have
is more
already.
dense.
Yes, and remember, I
Um,
gave you a task about the oil, to mix oil in the water,
yes, like
right?
it stayed up.
Yeah, why?
It did not mixed
Why?
because it's more dense and
It's dense. But there was, I am giving you a hint. It was about polarity. Something is polar and the other thing is not polar.
yeah, the oil was non-polar
Yes, yes. And
and the
water is
saliva is polar.
water. Yes, saliva, in saliva there is water. So
Yes.
that is why whenever we intake pizza or any other thing in which there is oil, the oil of that food does not dissolve in our saliva. It doesn't mix with our saliva. Why? Because saliva has water and water is polar in nature, right? Water has polarity. Polarity means it has charges. It has positive and negative charges, right? You get this?
Yes.
Okay. And okay, yeah. So that is why the oil and water does not mix. And whenever, if you ever experience that, whenever there is whenever cooking oil spills on the slab of the kitchen, so why won't a wet paper towel wipe it away? Why can't it possible? Like without soap, you cannot remove oil by using water. Why cannot you wipe it with water?
Hmm.
Hmm?
Why can't I mix it with water?
No, I am saying that if by mistake cooking oil is spilled on the slab in the kitchen, right? And you have
Hmm.
to clean the slab,
Hmm.
and you have a wet paper towel. Why
Hmm.
can't you clean the slab with wet paper towel?
Because the oil on the shelf, like or
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
thing shelf, like
And
it's
hmm,
non-polar,
that is non-polar, and wet paper is polar because of
polar.
water. So you need a soap, right? You need a soap with it.
Yes.
So with the soap, it can be removed because soap has some kind of non-polarity as well. Okay, so that's why soap is required. Soap provides a bridge between water and the oil. That's why we use soap. That's why,
Yes.
whenever we are washing our dishes, on the dishes, there is oil. Whenever we eat something, so there is some oil on the plates and on the
Yes.
other utensils. So why do we
Yes.
use soap? Because otherwise, if
Because
you
like it's
only
non-polar, and when non-polar and
hmm,
non-polar
hmm,
meets with each other,
hmm,
like it removes the thing.
yes. Otherwise, if you just wash it with water, the kitchen utensils will not be clean. Okay, there will be some oil on them.
Mm.
So that's why we use soap. Soap provide a bridge. Okay, it provide a bridge between water and the oily layer. on the utensils,
Yes.
on the plates and forks or everything. That's why we use soap. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So that's why this I feel everything interesting because this biology is too much interesting if we have interest in this. You, what do you think about it? Is it why we feel it boring? Huh?
Uh, the study of it.
It is hard.
Yeah, a little bit for me. Like I
Huh?
like that. Physics is more easier for me.
Hmm. Why physics is easy? Why you
It's
find it easy?
interesting.
Yeah,
It's
it's interesting.
interesting.
It's more interesting. Basically, in biology, these things we cannot see these things. We cannot see the lipids and like these bonds. We can see just oils. We can just physically see things, but we cannot see what's happening inside. So that's why we have to study these things. Otherwise,
Yes.
when we are in practical life, like the medical doctors, they do postmortems and they know everything what is happening in the body. That's a higher level. Okay. Uh, have you ever looked at any nutrition labels? Like,
And
there are
like
nutrition label means uh, it is mentioned that this is liquid and this thing is solid.
I don't think
Like
so.
the ingredient, the ingredient part. In the ingredient part, it is mentioned. Whenever you have any type of packed food, so on that, there is a list of ingredients. Have you ever checked it?
Yes.
Yeah. So on that, sometimes it is why always on a plant-based oil it is typically written liquid, and on animal fat or tallow it is written solid. Why is it so? Plant-based oils have a label of liquid. Like these
Yes.
plant-based oils are liquid, and whenever you see any animal fat thing, so there will be a label of solid. Why is this so?
Why is this up?
Hmm.
Uh, I don't know.
This is very easy. Plant-based oils are liquid. Why?
Plant-based oils
Hmm.
because plants like it. They are. I don't know.
You told me in the very beginning of the class.
Yes, like the like plants gives
Oils are
like
what?
they oil comes from
Oh,
plants
yeah, oils are what?
are non-polar.
Yeah, and what is their state? Like how they look like?
Li- liquid,
Yeah, so plant-based oils will be what?
liquid.
Yeah, that is why this is labeled. This is very easy. You know everything. You just have to
Yes.
think in that way. I was asking you why there is a label of liquid on plant-based oils. Because your answer should be that because oils are liquid. That's why. That's why this is liquid,
Oh,
right? And
yeah.
why the fat based animal fat based things have a label of solid? Whenever there is animal fat, it is written over there that this is solid. Why is this so?
Uh, can you
Animal
repeat it
fat,
again? It was
animal fat.
yeah.
There is a label that in this thing there is animal fat present. Okay, and in front of
Hmm.
that label, it is mentioned that this is
Because the fat
solid.
comes from the animals.
Yes, and in front of it, it is written that this is solid. So why they write solid in front of animal fat?
Because
Hmm.
the fat is a solid.
Yeah, fats are solid. That's why it is written.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
it's very simple. Have you ever seen the hump of a camel?
A hump. Yes.
Yeah. What you know the purpose of hump of the camel?
The no, like does it? Oh yeah, like it stores water in it.
No, it stores fats in it.
Fat. Oh,
There are
okay.
fats. So you know the camels they live in desert. So and why can't they survive on pure water alone? You know, in desert
Because
there
they
is in desert there is scarcity of food, right? So they
yes,
cannot survive on water only. They need food.
yes,
So that's why
yeah,
whenever they have a chance to get food, they eat a lot and they store that in the form of fat, in the form of hump. Okay. And that hump help them to survive for a longer period of time. You get that?
oh, yes. Like they
Again.
store it and they like in
Hmm,
deserts, camels like they
hmm,
are happy in deserts when
hmm.
like they use it the
Yeah.
storage
You know they because
energy.
they have to travel. Their journey is so long in deserts. They move from one place to another, and they don't get the chance to eat every time. So in
Yes,
desert, if they find a food anywhere, so they take a lot more amount of that food, and they store that in their hump. Okay, and then they just need
yes.
water. So by drinking water, what will happen? The food will be metabolized. Okay, food will be digested. I told you that
Okay.
without water, the life cannot proceed. Even if you are taking
Yes,
something, you need water to digest. Okay, so that's
yes.
why their hump they store the fats in their hump. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, okay. If an athlete is there, okay, in the race, and he needs energy, he needs a lot more amount of energy. Why does every time glycogen burns? Why does every time carbohydrates burn in it? Why doesn't fats burn whenever he is in a game?
Miss, your voice was breaking. Can you repeat it again?
Wait a minute. Can you hear me?
Yes, now it's a little bit better.
Okay. I am saying if there is an athlete and he need rapid energy, okay, for a short sprint. So why does his body will burn the carbohydrate? Why his body is not burning the fat? Hmm? हाँ, बोलो देखो।
Why? Mm,
I'm saying why his body will rely on carbohydrate on that time. Why his body will burn carbohydrate at that time in the race. Why the
because
fats are not
carbohydrate
burning?
stores fat,
No.
stores food.
Yeah,
Sorry, sorry.
they have energy, and
Yes,
I'm saying why in the race the fats are not burning? Why carbohydrates are burning?
because carbohydrates give you instant energy.
Yes, they can easily burn. To the fat
Yes,
digestion is it takes time. I told you like the
yes,
in Ramadan whenever we are fasting, so those
yes.
lipids they take time in the digestion, and that's why they give us energy slowly throughout the day. They can't give us instant rapid energy. So that's why whenever an athlete is there and he is in a short sprint, so his body will rely on the carbohydrates. Okay, his body will burn carbohydrates rather than the fats. Clear?
Okay.
Okay. And yeah, one more thing about this. Mm, okay. Why do we have discussed that the whales in the water and the polar bears have thick layer of the fats, right? So my question is that if they have thick layer of fat, And like why they rely on the thick layer of fat, why they don't rely